Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm happy to be back this week. And Joan's voice and everything we can hear, and she can hear us, and that's so exciting. So, welcome, Joan. And
Thank
Terri,
you.
I haven't worked with you for a while, and I'm so happy to have you back. So, thank you,
Thank
ladies, for
you.
being here.
It's felt like a long vacation, kind of.
I know. I will say that I've been very pleased as well with Amy's work and with Val K's work and Terri's work. And of course, we've had Mark on, and I know Thayer's back, so we'll probably have to have her come on sooner or later here. But I wanted to shout out to Jenny for offering to come on if we needed her, and she's decided not to. So thank you, Jenny, for volunteering. And anytime you want to come on, you just let us know. So thank you so much. So Joan, tell everybody what you're going to do on the 9th.
Oh, on the 9th of September, I'm going to be doing my very first kind of like an expo, a small expo here. It's going to be in Minneapolis. And I'm kind of excited about it. And it's not like a big, huge one by a big company and a big, huge convention center. But it's a local, well-known psychic, Carol Lowell, who's putting it together, and it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
I know. I'm so excited for you. And I love it because 9/9 seems to me to be good energy. So
yeah,
I like that. And Terri spent the weekend. I think your daughter lives down there, doesn't she? In Ocean Shores? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you got to see your daughter, and you got to do your
Well, actually, it became even bigger because not only did I go down there, I took my grandkids with me so they could hang out with their favorite auntie. And I probably shouldn't say that. They hang out with their auntie, okay? They got lots of aunties. And
one of their favorite aunties.
Yes, one of their favorite
One of their favorites, yes.
And they had a good time. I had a good time. It was interesting. I froze.
Really?
So hot here. I misjudged it. Went there and dang near froze. I had to keep buying clothes everywhere. I need more clothes.
Oh, wow. I was going to say your daughter must not be your size. If I was stuck at my daughter's house, I'd be okay because she and I could fit in the same things.
You would just not believe it if you saw my daughters. They are like carbon copies of me. But my oldest is nearly 6 foot tall. I'm only 5'2". I'm short.
Oh my goodness.
And then my other daughter is still a carbon copy of me, but shorter.
Okay.
So it's like stair steps,
Stair steps. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I can't wear my oldest daughter's clothes at all. She's way taller, and I was swinging them.
Oh, that's awesome. So Anne said you'd hate it in New Zealand, at least right now, because it's very, very cold there. Of course, it's the winter there. And so, so I think it was hard for her to go back after being in Southern California to visit her mom for a few weeks, and going back to the winter, no fun at all. But so everybody, thank you for being here. We are simulcasting on both of these nice ladies' channels as well. But if you post on either one of their channels, all three of us can see your posts, but you won't be able to see everybody else's posts, just so you know. So you have to take my word for it if I have enough questions. But anyway, just wanted you to know what was going on and say hello to a few of you. Hi, Craig, and hello, Viviani. Thank you for being here. Pierrette and Simpson from New Zealand, and Sally's here. Jill's here. And Lisa Yeager, Akila's here, Richie, hi Richie, and who else? Melody Frazier from the Big Island of Hawaii, where the traffic has tripled even during the pandemic. Oh, wow, really? I was there in 2019, I believe, on the Big Island, and it was quite an adventure because I've been to all of them except Lanai. Is it Lanai? I haven't been there. Or Lynette. Yeah, I don't think I've been there. But hi, Ziggy. Hi, Amanda and Rossi and Thankful and Juanita. My goodness, got lots of folk here today. Thank you, Sabine.
I have to say thank you to Juanita's review. Nobody's ever imagined me tall. Yes.
I'm only 5'3", and you and I are about the same.
Right. Yeah.
But it's funny when you see somebody in real life and you see them on the screen, you recognize them, but it's just a different feeling, or whatever the word is, right? I mean, it's like, oh yeah, I where do I know you? Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Jenny. And who else came in? Let's see. And I do have your question, Melody. Let's see. And trying to get everybody. Aloha to all, including the wrenches. That's nice. Debbie, no. Sonia's here. And yeah, I think I got everybody. I think I did. I got one question. Hypnicity. Butterflies are free. And Chaley. It's Friday in New Zealand. Aren't you lucky? Sonia, I got your question. Wildflower, and I got your question. Oh, Juanita, you're 5'1". Okay. Viviani says she's short. And you thought I was 5'7" or 8"? Oh no, I'm a shrimp. I am a very shrimpy person. Yes. Pierrette, I got your question. And who else? KK's here. Thank you all. 5'7", Amanda. Okay. Oh, you thought I was 5'8", Craig Dixon? Just because I'm just such a commanding presence. That's what it is. How tall are you, Joan?
I used to be 5'3 3/4", but I think I'm closer to 5'3" now.
Shrunk?
Yeah, I think I shrunk a bit.
Okay.
But I was going through pictures for the funeral, and I would see all these pictures of me next to my husband, and like, I'm really short, and I feel like I have that kind of, I have a taller image of myself, and I was so shocked that I was like up to his shoulder.
Oh wow. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and my husband's not. I was married to a guy that was 6'2", and I was 5'3", and he was tall and skinny, and I was like, I said that it was Shrimpy and remember Mutt and Jeff. That's what I said. It was Mutt. I was Mutt, and he was Jeff, or whatever.
Okay.
And now I met my husband is about 5'8", so it doesn't look too crazy, but yeah. Joan used to be. Yeah, Jill likes that. Joan used to be. Hi, Jeff. Tarot Ask Backwards. Thank you for being here too. Yes. Thank you. Yes, and all of you have large and beautiful hearts as well. We are very happy to be here with you, and thank you all always for being here with us. So let's go ahead and start doing some readings, ladies. All right. So we're going to start out with Melody over on the Big Island. Does my friend David have a message for me? He crossed about 18 months ago. Sorry for your loss, Melody.
Yes, sorry, Melody.
Well, David is showing me a lot of things, and I can kind of see him, but kind of not. First of all, he kind of paints my vision with these huge white and black stripes going horizontally. And I find that kind of interesting that suddenly I'm seeing these black and white stripes. And then he's showing me this brick wall, but it's kind of an unusual brick wall. It's like a partial wall. It kind of goes up, over, and it goes taller. But he's like leaning on the wall, like he's chatting with a neighbor. But it's a very tall. It feels very. I mean, I think he keeps playing with the fact that we've just talked about shortness or tallness, and everything feels tall in it, tall. So, David, what do you want to say to your friend Melody? Okay. So I think with all this brick and building and steps, he keeps saying something like stepping stones, like small steps between you. He oh, so he introduced you to spirituality, but that's all right. You know, over there,
Everything's the
they all
same.
know the truth. So
Yep.
he's just showing small steps, and that I think him leaning on the brick wall is kind of like he just feels very comfortable with you. Very, very comfortable, very, very, I don't want to say neighborly. So basically I think what he's really trying to get across is don't be sad for him. He's perfectly fine. He's just hanging out there, I guess, waiting to talk to you. But that's all I'm getting from him.
Well, that was because he was talking so much to me.
What was he saying?
Well, I wish that he'd talk a little bit more, but like usual, I was getting mainly things in pictures. And at first, it's like, yes, yes, Hawaii. And I was getting aloha and seeing him with a lei and a ukulele and all that. But then let's see. Then I heard the Like a Bridge Over Troubled Waters, just the name of that song, because I was starting to see waves. And he said, it's like a bridge over troubled waters. And that it's good now that he's in this place where he's let go of all the burdens of life and he can relax over there and kind of give up the battle and just be at peace. And whatever his challenges were, and maybe the belief system was part of it, but it's just so nice to be at peace over there. And that's his message to you. You don't have to wait until you pass to enjoy the kind of peace that he is enjoying now. First, he showed me a comb, like just kind of comb it out of your hair. And then he showed me as Japanese gardens where they rake the sand and everything's just perfect.
Zen garden.
Yeah. And in whatever way it is, whether it's doing your hair or doing something in the garden or whatever, or just sitting there and meditating, whatever way that you can introduce peace into your life, he's encouraging you to do that now and lay down your burden now so you don't have to wait. And he's telling you he's at peace and he wants you to be too. So that was his message.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, I have a message as well, but I want to make sure that I tell everybody that I have Teresa H. Hi, I because you're on the other channel. I want you to know I mentioned you. Eleanor, I have your question from the other channel, so I wanted you to know that. And Sabine, Paul, and Michelle, I've got your questions, and now the questions are closed because I've got an awful lot of questions. So thank you, everybody, for putting up questions. I needed to say that so everybody on every channel knew what was going on. Okay. I get here that he wants you to value yourself as much as he valued you, and that he brought you over into what he believed in at the time. And now he's reminding you that it is of value to believe what you're believing. I can see all of that because I'm in a high position now. And although I did change from who I was, fundamentally, when I got here, I thought, okay, I was right the first time. And in the past is what he's saying. So, but he says, make sure you always take time for self-love, Melody. Self-love is so key and so important. There's nothing selfish about it. And so take your time and spend time loving yourself. So thank you very much, my dear. Thank you, Viviani. All right. So the next one we have is Sonia. Can I get a message from my nephew, Scott? And Wildflower, can you please put up Mom's first name? Anybody that's asking about a person, please put up just their first name so that it helps the readers. Oh, hi, Meldor. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Awesome, Jill. Thanks, Wildflower. Oh, thank you, Mel, for the super sticker. God bless you, honey. Thank you, dear.
So, Sonia, if you're around, I would kind of like a little validation. Scott does show up at my stage, but he's showing me kind of working man things. And so it makes me think that he was old, not older, but old enough to be, working and earning money. So that would be nice to know if that's the case. So what he came to my stage, and he's wearing like denim kind of head to foot, and to me that's about working, and or at least the way he's wearing the denim, it seems like he was working really like a hard worker. That when he was alive, it seemed like money mattered a lot to him, because at different times the denim looks like it's almost made out of money. It's kind of weird. So I would really like a little bit of feedback on that. Was he somebody who cared a lot about money and working? So
she says, yes, I am.
Yes,
does that answer it? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You were asking her actually if it was her nephew
Scott.
that Scott
the
did.
nephew. Yeah.
Okay.
Was
All
he
right.
of that? Because he's showing me that of
Okay.
him. Oh, yes, he was. Okay, good. Okay, so now I feel more confident that I got the right guy.
Got the right guy.
So he's saying that he worked very hard on this earth, that he cared way too much about money. He worked way too hard. He wishes now that he knew what he knows now, that wealth is everywhere, abundance is everywhere, and the true abundance, our family and friends and the time to be kind to people is the true abundance that he didn't recognize here, but he knows now, that he wish he had taken a little more time for that.
Awesome.
And it seems like he's kind of beaming that back, like hoping that you and your family will recognize that sooner than he did. So, okay, there we go.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. I didn't get quite as much. When I tuned in, the first thing I saw was a heart, and then it was snipped in half. And I got the feeling that he was saying, I'm sorry that I broke people's hearts when I died. And maybe beforehand too, and I'm not quite sure what that was. And then, this is odd. I rarely get songs, and twice in a row now I'm getting a song, and I heard, I can see clearly now, the rain has come. And so now he's getting it, and the rain has washed it all away, and he's seen, he's done his life review. He's seen clearly, okay, I didn't see him since we were very young. He passed after he had a baby, unfortunately. Oh, so sad.
That is sad.
Yeah. But he was saying he can see things more clearly, and let's see. Okay. And he was thanking you for being supportive to his family. And I thought, is that what he's saying? And so I drew a card and I got a guardian angel, and the message on it is ask for support. And so I think he's either asking you to help support his family that he left behind, whether it's your sibling or his son and the son's mother or whatever. But he's thanking you for the support you've given and or the support that he's asking you to give them.
Wow.
But yeah.
Okay. So
How about
Sonia,
you?
I get here that you had a past life experience together. So, and that isn't unusual for relatives. And so he's wanting to tell you and remind you that you did. And he says that your inner guidance is always spot on, to trust it, because he's up there watching you. And he says, I'm sort of a guide for you. If you need help, just ask me and I'm here for you anytime. And he says, what you need to know is that you are truly ascending. And so don't doubt it. You look at you, you're just glowing. You're beautiful, golden. And even though you may not have seen each other as much in later life, it doesn't matter, because you had that connection with each other. So thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Beck, and hi, Fatima. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here today. All right, I'm just going to give everybody Wildflowers next, then Hypnicity, Pierrette, Anne, Chaley, BJ Helder, Ellen, Michelle, Paul, Sabine. That's the list. So I did ask Wildflower her mom's name. Her name is Jerry.
Okay?
Jerry. Yep. Maybe Geraldine, but goes by Jerry. Yeah. Thank you.
You get something ahead of me, Joan. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I got when I was tuning in was a daisy. You know how we used to pick the petals and say, he loves me, and not. And I didn't hear that, though. I heard options, and all of them are good. Because it's this beautiful daisy, and every option in front of you, she is saying, you've got some options ahead of you, but don't make yourself crazy trying to suss out which is the best one. All of them are good options. Just pick one, commit to it, and go for it. And then I was going to pull a card and see. I got the Archangel Barakiel, who's saying, live outside the lines, which is kind of an exciting one. So that's one of your options. And let's see, anything else, Jerry? Love, love, love. I'm seeing a heart with like radiant, like when you envision radiance coming out of it. Yes, radiant light.
So are you done?
Yes, excuse me.
Jerry comes in like a whirlwind. She's big energy. She comes in, and it's so funny that you talked about a flower, because she comes in with all this yellow energy. Yellow, to me, she kind of almost looks like a daffodil, or like this yellows, all these yellows. She's just bustling with energy. Like maybe when she was here, she organized everything, kept everything going. I can't tell if she was a very loud or a very quiet person, because she's not giving away that much. But what she is saying is build your life now. Take your chances now. Do things, this is when that you get to do things. So don't sit on the couch waiting. Don't sit on the couch playing games. Don't, even if you have to sit on the couch, use that time to kind of access spirit a little bit, maybe a little bit of meditation or something. So she's really strong spirit. So Jerry, what else can I tell daughter? Kind of interesting. She is letting me know that it feels like she planted some seeds in your heart. She's showing me your heart in that kind of green chakra color, but little seeds and little leaves coming out. Like that, like something's been planted in your heart. She's helping you grow it with all this yellow light. Okay. So I guess you have some spiritual growth coming around and she's helping you. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I kind of get that too. I get here, first of all, connect with your soul family. She's saying, I have reconnected up here with my soul family, of which you are part of, but all of us up here are watching over you. And we just really love you so very much and want you to know that we carry that with us on a daily basis. She says she would love to see you awaken to your creative pursuits or your creativity in order for you to feel like you have something beyond what it is that you are doing, because sometimes you don't know what if you're in the right place or doing the right thing. Your creativity, if you can find some place to use it, it would be very helpful, and you will feel more fulfilled that way. Look at that. So look out and see what it is that might, it could be something really silly. I mean, it could be you planting flowers, or it could be going roller skating. I mean, I don't know what you like to do, but that's a creative pursuit. And that's what she wants. She wants you to enjoy your life and enjoy what you're doing here. So, yeah. Thank you so much.
If you don't mind, I'm going to jump back in, because when Terri was talking, all of a sudden I thought, why am I seeing a trombone player and a marching band and all of that kind of stuff? And I think it's what you were saying. You go ahead and be public about your creative pursuits or whatever. So yes.
That's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Do it, girl. Do it. All right. So Nalani is wondering if we have any messages from her ancestors today. Feeling a little bit low, could use a little bit of encouragement as she goes along with her day. Sorry, dear. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle. It's not too hot. But, sometimes that doesn't matter if we feel low. Yes, Hypnicity. Toot your horn. I love that. Yes, Beck, that's right. You can connect with your guides and you can connect with your soul or spirit family by asking them to come in and assist you with whatever your needs are. So consider doing that next time.
So, Nalani, they're showing me something very different here I guess it's not all that different, but they're showing me you surfing. Like my whole vision is like half of it's just water and waves and you're out there surfing. And they're reminding you that when I doubt you've been on a surfboard, but if you were on a surfboard in the waves right now and you were up on the board surfing, but then the wave died down and you're sitting on the board in the water, you're not doing nothing. You're waiting, recovering, and getting ready for the next wave. So actually take this time of rest to get ready for the next wave.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah. That's different words, but the same message from me. I tuned in and I think I remember, maybe I'm getting people mixed up and this works either way, but I think Hypnicity's ancestors were skiers.
Yes.
And I saw someone skiing down a hill, kind of like wearing that old-fashioned ski gear that they wore back in the 40s and 50s. It's all very floppy in the wind and everything. And what I heard when I was watching this guy on the old wooden skis and the big long ones and everything, and he was just saying, you can't ski all year. So there's a season for everything. And sometimes sometimes the off time is the thing to think about different ways to do things. Because then I saw him like skiing on one ski, and then it's like, well, that's how snowboarding kind of came to be, or something like that. And then they had these little things where you'd ski on things that it looked like there was a bike put on with skis on the bottom, and there's more than one approach to whatever you want to do. And during the downtime, that's when you can get the ideas for what that might be.
Awesome. So I'm getting a little bit, it says, allow the light to enter your wounds, Nilani. And we know that you're still healing from the loss of your dog. And so I think that might be part of what you're still working through. Make sure you take the time to feel the wounds, to go through the wounds, and to heal from those wounds. You know, it says your truth, speak your truth. If you're not having a good day, or you are feeling kind of sad today, then you're doing exactly what they're asking you to do. Speak your truth. Today is not a good day. It's okay. Tomorrow hopefully will be better. And it says you are very much in tune with your higher self. And so you understand exactly where you're supposed to be, and you're doing exactly what what you need to in order to heal. So big love to you, my dear. And yes, I knew you're 2 weeks ago today. Yeah. And it hurts just as much as it would if it was yesterday. So I totally send you lots of love, and take time to heal. So no matter if we when we lose a person, we lose a child, of course, or we lose an animal, we have to take our time. And so much love to you. Okay, so we have Miss Pierrette. There was an orb today that passed in front of her face. Who would that be? Yeah.
I think I've read your dad. I think you've asked a question before, and your dad came forward, because I'm getting dad energy out of this. Not only that, it's not like dad was in the orb. I get the feeling, I feel like he was playing with you. Like he sent it to just, you know how dads like to tease you sometimes, and just have something fun. I just feel like that's kind of what he did. He wanted to catch your attention. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Just he sent that, almost like if he had like a little wiffle ball or something, he would have maybe sent it to play with you.
I just checked my pendulum, because I thought it was a parent, because the heart chakra just lit way up, and I thought I got the feeling it was a parent. Mom, no, and the pendulum said dad, yes. So that's who I think it was. But I saw it when I tuned in, and I saw it as orange, and I don't know if you did or not, but I thought, okay, what's that about? And then it reminded me of some of the qualities of the color orange, or power and passion and creativity. So he's sending you energy to kind of amp up those qualities in yourself. I hope that makes some sense.
And Pierrette, this is the reason. Help is on the way. That's what they're telling you, that you're not alone, and that they're there to help you. And because Terri, it was your dad, and your mom's with Terri, with your dad. Sorry, Joan had your mom with your dad. They're telling you help is on the way. So just call out to them if you need to. They know you're going through some things, some changes. So love to you, dear. That's right. Hello, Tanya Fallon. Welcome. Yes, today is well, I would say as a spiritual person, we shouldn't say it's a celebration day, but we might say that today is a day that we've never seen before. So Ann Simpson, will I be able to connect with my past life or ancient spirit when I'm in Egypt in October?
Oh, Egypt in October. That sounds cool.
That sounds amazing.
I know.
Okay, Ann Simpson, let's see.
Yes, Wayne, we can.
Well, Ann Simpson, I have never been to Egypt myself, but whenever I think about anybody going there, it just feels like such huge spiritual energy.
I know.
It
Yeah.
just always feels off the chart for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I'm kind of like tuning into your spirit, I feel like that, I mean, the first thing I heard kind of was, if you want, you can just go as a tourist or you can go there to connect. But I think you can easily connect. And it seems to me that what they're showing me is you, I feel like you're with somebody that you go on this trip together, because I see two people standing there looking out over the Valley of the Kings. And I feel like they want you to get a crystal. I don't know if you can bring a crystal on the plane with you, but they want you to get something, even if I know in Egypt you can get these little kind of prayer sachets. They're kind of like a nice silvery fabric that has been blessed. But they want you to take something like that with you, to take a few moments to concentrate and try to connect. Yeah.
Yeah, what I got was that, yes, you can try to connect and it's available to you, but it might be really, really powerful. And so if you do, think through it first and see if you can set boundaries of some sort. I want to connect with a past life that I had here that would be meaningful and helpful for me right now on this day, or something like that, that would, whatever you want from it. Because what I saw, and this might be literal about your past life, or it might be about this is to try to rise above it all when you're there. Because what I saw was like you were being carried on this, I don't know if you were a chair or something like that. It was a kind of a green color, and there was like an awning over you, and so you were sort of being protected, and the streets that you were a little bit above were just filled with people. It was almost frightening that there were so many people there, and it wasn't like a mad angry mob or something, but it was just the amount of people and the amount of energy there, that it was, like when you're in a crowd and it's just getting to be a little too much. It kind of felt like that. So I don't know if that's literal about your past life. I feel like there's just so much there. If you just kind of say, I want to feel whatever I can pick up, be more specific than that. Because there's just so much energy there. And Spirit, any last words? Go with love, raise your vibration, but use protection too.
Right. I think that's why they were suggesting something to hold, to focus you, because it's big energy there. And
yeah,
a lot of people. I haven't been there, like I said, but I could feel tons and tons of people, and yeah.
Awesome. So, Anne, this is a riot. I pulled one card and the card told me volumes. It says, action, awaken the warrior woman within. So I don't know if you were a warrior woman at that time, but you know, a lot of women were not necessarily warriors in the sense that they went out and killed people or whatever, but just the awakened woman, the one that would, you know what she was doing. And it looks like if you want to, you can awaken that yourself, and say, bring me any information that I need to know about my time here. And hopefully, at least when you go to sleep at night, you might be able to catch it in a dream. So there you go. That's awesome, Anne. I know you're going to have a great time. That's great. Carolyn Booker, there are Akashic Records readers here. And I would be, if you want to email me, I can give you a name of a few of them if you're interested in something like that. And there is actually this weekend, we're having an Akashic Records class, and some people are going to learn how to do it. So there might, you know how to do it too, Terry? Yeah.
No,
Oh, you're
I'm
coming.
going to
Oh, you're
learn.
coming. Okay, good. Yeah. So, you know, you're welcome to, you know, there'll be more people that will be doing it, is my point. So you'll be able to reach out and ask anybody to help you out. Or if you find a past life reader who does readings for you where you go into a sort of a trance state, you can do that too. There are people that do that. So that's about all.
I just
Terri?
want to make a suggestion to her too, is
Yeah.
Dr. Brian Weiss on YouTube has a where he basically hypnotizes an entire audience and takes you to a past life. And that's the first time, that's the way I did it the first time to find
Did
a
you?
past
Were you able to go?
Yeah.
You were able to
Oh
go?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
good.
was an Irish farmer, a man. And
okay. There you go.
Yeah.
So you're a potato head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chaylee's asking.
The red.
Thank you. Chaylee has two questions. They're in two separate posts. One is, why is my life falling apart? And the other one was, and why am I so alone? So I don't know how you ladies want to work on that, but I wanted you to know there are two questions sort of in that we just put in two different places. You're welcome, dear.
Well, Chaylee, I actually saw your questions way back when we were starting, and right away, actually, the guides started speaking to me about you. So, well, one of the first things I heard was you are never alone.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing because they're all around you. And I know you can feel very alone, especially when your life is falling apart. But knowing and imagining that your angels and your spirit guides are around you can help relieve some of that feeling alone. But they also, when you said my life is falling apart, they said, oh no, no. Everything's right. Everything's fine. And this time, that was what I heard then, but now they're saying, think of it as opportunities to choose something new, to do something new, to think out of the box. So really what they're saying here is change your vibrations, change your perspective on what's happening, and things will start to change as well. I think the easiest way to change vibrations is to get happy, to watch a comedy show, listen to some music you like, anything that makes you really happy.
Good for you. That's really good advice.
Yes. I was getting sort of the same thing. Let's see first of all, you're not really alone because your guides and angels and everything are with you, but you're really not alone because there's so many other people whose lives on the surface, it looks like it's just falling apart. And I could name a lot of them whom I know. I'm counting myself in there. But I have a friend who is getting a divorce. Her son had major surgery in the fall. Her mother, sister, and a cousin are all dying, and she's going around the country going to try to help all of them.
Oh my Lord.
And she's like, what's going on? And that's just one example. There's so many people, and that this is happening to. And it's then, but actually the very first thing I saw was a horse, somebody currying a horse that was losing its winter fur. It's like we're just getting rid. It's a new season. It's a new time. It's a transition time for all of us here, and we're getting rid of what we don't need for the next season coming up. And you're still going to have that shiny coat underneath, and you'll be feeling better and being able to go out in the sunshine and roll in the in the grass and all of that. So just know that you're not alone in the experience of like. Seemingly the surface seems to be the center's just not holding. It's part of something that we all agreed to come down here at this time, knowing that on a spiritual level, this is a time that's rocky and challenging. But it's sort of like taking the AP courses in being immortal, just to be immortal on the planet at this time. And as far as being okay, Spirit, and then I did draw a card. And I haven't drawn cards for everybody, but out of that big deck, I got Guardian Angel again saying, ask for support, which I drew for somebody else, even though I shuffled the deck. So your angel is with you and there to give support. And we just wish you the very best. I know it can feel really lonely though.
I think that's really good to remember, everybody, that, and before, when I was going through a dark night of the soul, I didn't know I could call on angels and guides and everything to help me out. And I wish I did, because I think it would have made me at least feel like I had some power or some kind of a solution to a problem that I have. I have here, don't stop dreaming. Build your castles in the sky. Think about what it is that you want and write a list of what you want, and then ask for as though you already will or already are affirming that you have it. And try really hard to find even small things to be grateful for, which is really difficult when you're lonely and you feel like you are falling apart. It's very, very, I understand. I do. I've been there. But sometimes if we can say, gee, today it was a beautiful day outside and I saw a butterfly. I mean, it's not very big, but it might just change the way you're looking at the world. And please know we all love you here, and that we're here for you, and that we're not trying to just blow off anything here just to make you feel better. We really want you to feel better, and we want you to know you're loved. So
yes,
thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So BJ, she's wondering if her new cancer treatment choice is the right one. And because we don't do medical, it's, we certainly don't want to interrupt whatever you're doing medically. We can talk a little bit about what is around you at this period of time. And that will be the best we can do, because this is for entertainment purposes only. And we want you to have the counsel of medical people. So, thank you.
I asked the pendulum, and it circled for a while, and then it said yes. So it might not be immediately apparent, but in the long term, things look positive. And then I closed my eyes, and I saw daffodils blooming. So that means new life, and maybe by spring, things will be feeling better.
Okay, thank you, Joan.
And again, for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
So I also consulted the pendulum and did virtually the same thing. Just kind of went a little bit in a circle, which to me often means they're a little confused, or things may take time. And then a very strong yes, very strong. So that's good. And then I tried to tap in a little bit more, like anything else. And the only thing I kind of heard was trust.
Okay.
So
I kind of got the same thing. I got, you're worried, as anybody would be going into any kind of treatment, but they don't want you to worry as much. They want you to know that if you balance things out, and remembering that everything has to be in balance, diet and treatment and rest and everything else, and trust in that process, I'm believing that things will get better for you. So, thank you so much. And we certainly send you lots of love and healing energy for your condition, and hopes that you'll have good healing and be healthy soon. All right. So we have Ellen, a message for from Spirit for September. You're welcome, BJ.
I got a short, sweet one for you, Ellen. My solar plexus lit up, and then my heart chakra lit up. So it's follow your intuition; it'll bring you to love. So whatever that is, whatever kind of guidance, or if you feel like move to go, I don't know, shopping at a different grocery store, or I don't know, to just follow your intuition, even if it's like, no, this isn't what I usually do. Give it a try, give it a chance, and not just like going to do things, but exploring different areas or whatever. And there is something that is valuable and will result in something very helpful and heartfelt for you.
Awesome.
I heard it one way, and then I heard it another way, tagged onto Joan's message, actually. Yes, so you're going to be in a situation, basically it's a learning situation in September. Really open up that solar plexus and that heart chakra, because you're going to learn something. And the way they told it at first was kind of a cheeky, she's gone back to school. But then, then they softened it a little bit. So there's some learning for you going to happen in September.
Awesome.
But it can be hard. It can be a gentle learning that just as Joan said, just kind of go into those chakra centers and kind of experience it that way, and really think about the lesson that you're learning.
Thank you. That was great. And I want to thank BJ for your gift as well, your super sticker. Thank you, dear. So Ellen, I get here. Your authentic vibration is just, look at this. It's blasting. It's like, this is going to be a great month for you. You stay in your authenticity, but they also want you to nurture your physical body. Get prepared for the winter. They want you to shore up and store up. So whatever it is you need to do in order to make that happen, make sure you do. Thank you. And yes, Sonia, prayers to all that need them and all in the world. Thank you. That's very nice. Okay, so Michelle Krantz wonders if she can get some dating advice from her mother, and her mother's name is Isabel.
Isabel. I just, for some reason, this question just really seems fun to me.
It is fun.
It seems like a good question to ask. Fun. Really good.
First, I heard raise your standards, consider yourself the gift that you are. And then I'm seeing she's holding out her hand, and there's crystals, or I don't know what, some sort of precious stone in there. And she's saying, you're a precious gem. And don't forget that. And when you start or continue, let's say continue, to know this about yourself, you'll be sending out the vibes that'll bring in the people who will see that in you too. So it's not like, oh, I'm so special or something like that. in an egotistical way. It's the truth about yourself. And when you vibrate at that level, you'll be bringing in someone who is on an equal vibration.
Interesting. It's really interesting. At first, when I asked to talk to your mother, I suddenly found myself with Lucy of the Peanuts gang. Remember, she used to put up that little booth, and you could
For
talk
advice, yes.
You could talk to, and I'm like,
5
oh,
cents.
okay.
5
What
cents. Yeah.
do you want to say?
Uh-huh.
So, she didn't really say something right then and there, but she suddenly very strongly, as I'm sitting there at the booth, put this idea of an elephant in my head. But she put it really close up, like I'm looking in the elephant's eye. And so what I kind of deduce from this is, first, elephants don't forget. They're good memories. That's what they say, but I think they actually do have a very good memory. They remember their keepers and people that helped them. And so to me, she's saying, I want you to trust your memories. So let's say you find a new person and they do something that suddenly triggers an old memory in you, to trust this. So really, she's talking about that trust. But then the other thing that people don't know about elephants is they can communicate over nearly hundreds of miles with these calls that are actually so low in vibration and frequency that we cannot hear them. And so I don't think she's talking about you communicating in low vibration, but I think she's saying a warning: be careful of low vibration people.
Oh,
okay. So just exactly what Joan said: raise your standards, raise your vibration, find somebody who's more at your vibration.
Yeah, because new beginnings are coming, Michelle. It says here, have the courage to open a new door. And so she's saying there's things waiting for you. There's new things coming. There's new things that have been waiting. But you've got to push the door open. They're not going to the door isn't going to fly open for you. You have to get up and walk into the door and open it. And she said, don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Have courage. I'm right with you. So that's what I get for you. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. All right. So we have 2 more. We have Paul. He wonders if he'll stay at his job location long term. He doesn't want to change location. So he'd like to know the answer.
I just consulted the pendulum and I asked if you'll stay at that location long term and got a yes. And I said, will you be staying at the same job in that location or the same company? And it kind of swirled around a little bit. And then I said, will you stay? I said, will you stay at the same job? And it was like, I'm not sure. And I said, will you stay at the same company? And it said yes. But it sounds, from what I got, I get the idea that there may be some opportunity for advancement in the location where you are at that job. And I hope that's the case.
That's great.
I believe you'll stay there for a little bit too, because the kind of vision they gave me was that of antelope, which Now, antelope move a lot. I mean, they are amazing animals, but they kind of highlighted, so they cover a lot of ground, but they kind of highlighted this fence around. So it's a very large area, but there's this fence around. And so to me, that's saying almost exactly what Joan said, that you're going to stay in your area, but it's a very large area. So you have opportunities for change within that area.
Cool.
So I think you'll stay there for a little while.
Yeah. And I got here that your job is safe. And the piggy bank says you should start saving money. You'll be able to save some money while you're there. But then I get, and this is great, a gift. And so I think that the gift is something that you're not expecting. And I wonder if that's a new position in that, either in that company or in that area. So I get the same thing as these other ladies got. That, you're doing okay. Save a little bit of money always, and be prepared to be surprised. So there you go. Thank you, Paul. Welcome
Excellent.
to the show. Yeah. And Sabine is the last one we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for the questions. She's got a question. Is a guy named Michael around me, and does he have a message? Thank you very much.
They were taking a long time to tell me. They were going through all these like old master paintings, and here's a sculpture of David, and here's the Sistine Chapel, until we finally got to it. It's like they're trying to get in touch, like God and Adam.
Oh, the two, yes.
He's just, yes, it's Michael here. And I thought, well, is he like this really, hunky guy when he was in the body or what? But no, Michael he just wants to get in touch.
He wants to get in touch.
Maybe he was this big hunky guy who looked like an old master painting.
So I got a little less than that, but I got that, yes, he's hanging around. But again, kind of like what Joan got, very dramatic scene. I'm seeing like these like in some old house that has like the most high ceilings you've ever seen, and these curtains that are just dramatic, almost like a theater but it's in a house. And okay, so Michael, is there any more of a message with this? Anything more that you want to tell Sabine? You know what? I'm just going to have to go with Joan's message. He wants to be in touch with you. So maybe take a little time to meditate, think about him in life, and let him have his say.
You're listening. He says you're listening. So yes, there he is. He does want to get in touch with you. He wants you to listen. He wants to create something with you. I don't know what it is, but he says, I'm here to create something with you. And it is part of your sacred contracts, which is what we make when we come down here. So it looks like it's kind of important at this point, Sabine. He's saying that you made a plan to meet or be in touch with each other for whatever reason. It doesn't mean that it's your soulmate or anything else. It could be just something else, but it's part of what you planned on when you came down here. So, he passed in May. Okay. So he's part of your sacred contract. And he does want to get in touch with you. He wants you to listen. And he wants
kind of
Dramatic.
Was he kind of a dramatic kind of guy in life?
Yeah. Let us know. Hi,
Sabine.
Pisces. Hi, Pisces. Yeah, let us know, Sabine.
If he's not he was an actor. Okay.
An actor, of course. That makes perfect sense.
Okay, now the curtains, the theatrical curtains.
That's why there's so much theatrics around it.
So
Absolutely.
much sense, because it was very dramatic.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay.
Well, that makes
at first
sense.
I saw him with like this long golden pole connecting, but I didn't really get, I'm just trying to connect. And then it went to the Sistine Chapel. So yeah, very dramatic.
No, so if whatever it is, he wants you to listen. You are listening because you already asked the question. Is he trying to get in touch with me? The card that I got also was that he wants to create something with you, and it could be that he just wants to create a being in touch with you. And then the third card I got was it's part of your sacred contract. So knowing him was something you were supposed to do on this planet when you were here. Yeah.
I also kind of get a little bit of a feeling that maybe it's more like going to be like a spirit guide situation, like a temporary person for a little while.
Okay. She says they had a silver cord connection. So yeah. Anyway, try if you can, Sabine, watch your dreams, watch any daydreams or night dreams, and see if he comes to talk to you, because they do that if they can, if you're open to it, or ask him to come and tell you what he needs to tell you personally. And there he is. He'll be there for you.
Yeah. Or just treat him like a guide. Ask him for help on a project.
Yeah. Ask him for help. You've seen it. Okay, good. Awesome. That's really cool. That's wonderful. Thank you, dear. Thank you for filling us in on the other side of the story. So thank you all to everybody here. Thank you, Joan, and thank you, Terri, per usual, for all your wonderful readings and beautiful presence. And thanks to everybody here in the chat, Viviani and other people who have done, Jill and others who have done moderating, Craig, everybody, thank you. And we will see you again soon. Same time, same channel. Have a good day.
Thank you, Aley.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.